Hello, my dears. This is Resilient Lives checking in on you. We are narrowing down our countdown time. I certainly hope all is well with you. It is, 2-3 days for the Christmas holiday. And we've been preparing and looking at the moods and even considering how the year has been. It has been quite a year. When we look back and even reflect on Christmas 2019, and then we look at this Christmas, we're like, wow, what a difference. What a difference. And so I'm beaming you some love and energy. I still have a little bit thinking of you and hoping that you are taking care of yourself and just being aware of the mood, of how you're feeling, of what's important to you. As I stumbled on some notes that I had made last Christmas, I started to laugh. Obviously, I overdid it. Anytime I put a note in my calendar to say slow down because I overdid it, then I must have really gone all out. But I also did something. I made a list of what I thought I had accomplished during the year. Can you imagine that? And I just wanted to look back, because often we're going through the routine and we just want to make sure that we're living intentionally, right? And so that was 2019, and now we're at 2020. And I thought, 2020, I certainly don't know that I could have a list of what did I do? Have I made a difference? Stake my claim on what did I do. So I'm just throwing that out there to you as we kind of look at the year, because I read someplace where it's, it was talking about there's 365 days in a year, and you multiply that by 24. You're talking about the hours and the time that you've lived, and when you start looking back at what you accomplished. Now, we're not talking about money or things, but we just want to make sure that we have intentionally lived and did something. That's a pretty heavy thing, especially because we are living in this pandemic and we're trying to survive. We're dealing with losses. We're dealing with limitations. We're dealing with sadness. But our goal is to thrive. And in thriving and flourishing and living intentionally, that seems to kind of include the other, because one thing we said is together is healing, and that altruistic intention of helping others. But what have we done? And so I thought, well, gee, I've been in quarantine since March, pretty much, but we have been living novelly. We've been developing how to do things originally, and that might mean that we might just have done a little more than we would normally have done, because we reached out as vital friends to support and encourage and to check on our communities, our support base. And so I'm just looking at that, I don't know if my list will be long, but it's just something to consider, because we don't want to just go through the paces and sleepwalk through our lives. And here we're facing almost the end of the year, and this year I'm not so excited about giving gifts, receiving gifts. I'm just happy to be here. Happy to be here, because there are some that are really sick and they don't have that choice. So this is just a short one tonight, just to maybe have you ponder, pause, and you still have time. The year's not over yet, to just kind of give some thought, and how you can look at the year. We talked a little bit about ordering your private world, maybe months ago. And in ordering our private world, that's giving some priority to doing those things that are important. And I think that's something that we've been looking at all of the time we've been doing this, is looking at what we do, how we do it, how we become resilient, what is resilience, what is life, what is this journey in life. It's like we're learning it. You know, I remember saying I found strength. Well, now I know how to find strength. Where before, when I was lost, or I was looking all around and I had lost the landmarks or to point me in the right direction, I can say, now I know how to find strength. And that's just a little metaphor for we've lived through this pandemic, and now we know how to do things to find the strength that we need, what to do, how to find it, where to go looking for it. So therefore, we also know how to shut the noise off, shut the negative out, and look at what we have accomplished. And that will be the gift, if I've done something. And I'm sure you have too. I am so sure that you have helped or done something that has helped someone else. You've engaged, and those are the things that we live for. So I don't think any of us have been sleepwalking through life. It would have been a dangerous thing to sleepwalk during this pandemic. We've had our that little compass, that we've been listening for insights. We've been keeping tune. I'm looking for that word, but we've been listening. That little antenna, that little inner antenna, listening for that insight, listening to what the body is saying, listening to that little feel of our gut saying, do this. So as we get ready to say goodnight, just want you to make sure that the days that you put in are days that you can look back and say, yes, I did, and I'm pleased. I'm pleased with the me that I am, because I know that I did something that I would be happy to leave as a legacy. So have a good night, and we'll talk again. I'm beaming you some love. We're thriving and flourishing. We're going to make it through this year. So enjoy the next couple of days, and it'll be good. Bye-bye.